All right, dudes. This next question here, we have the Hornets visiting the Timberwolves tonight with one of the biggest game totals I think we've seen this season. This has to be the biggest one we've seen this season. 244.5. It was 243.5 at the start of the show. Already up a point. That's where it sits right now. Chase or fade that these teams can actually get there, Nick?
I mean, what would be the point of discussing this if I was going to come in here and poo-poo this and say, no, absolutely, it's going under? What the heck? I mean, it's almost the All-Star break. Why not? You got to bet the over on this, right? I think this absolutely has to be the highest line, maybe by like 4 or 5 points that we've seen this season. I mean, Minnesota's point totals over its last 4 games, 249, 256, 251, 248. Charlotte, not quite as impressive, 243, 260, 230, 217. But man, you see that 260, and you're like, I think this is another opportunity for one of those nights. Minnesota, number 1 in offensive rating by a pretty good margin over the last 10 games. Both teams top 3 in pace. Very weird how cyclical the NBA gets, where Minnesota-Charlotte is arguably one of the biggest, most exciting games of the regular season. I'm absolutely chasing the over here.
I mean, Garion, I think everyone expects like a fun game in this matchup. 2 teams vying for a play-in spot come postseason time. But man, is it going to be this high scoring?
Yeah, I keep going back and forth on this. Like, my brain is saying you've never taken over in a spot this high. But, you know, to Nick's point, I kind of want to cheer for it.
Yeah.
I sort of was one of those people, I'm sure a lot of people were, waiting for the Super Bowl to start. You're kind of flipping around channels, what other sports are on, and you end up watching that Timberwolves-Pacers game where I don't think either team like knew the definition of the word defense. It was insanity. It was, and you really expect a script much like that to take place again tonight. I mean, these are 2 top 3 teams in pace. As Nick alluded to, Minnesota is averaging almost 122 points per 100 possessions across their last 10 games. Really, the only part of this that worries me is the fact that Charlotte has not been shooting well lately. Maybe they don't hold up their end of the bargain here, but yeah, I'll take the over. Why not?
Okay, Maddie, clean sweep. Give it to me.
Oh, no. I'm going to keep this one short because my answer is way more boring. Like, I just think this is a fair total. We actually do have a little bit of precedent for this because the Wolves just played Chicago with a total that got into the low 240s. So this one is higher, but it's only a couple points higher. Charlotte played Chicago also. I guess Chicago is the team that's most similar to these two in terms of pace and offense and also lack of defense. That total was in the high 230s. Yeah, I think this is about right. Like, these are the top 2 teams in terms of generating points, just their combination of how fast they play, how well they play offense, and then their struggles on defense, which is more of the thing for Charlotte. Minnesota is okay on defense, but they both play really fast. It just seems right to me. So I'll just watch Boston versus Philly while this game is on. They're roughly at the same time. Like, I just feel like I'm not going to worry about this one. That's a better game, more important with better teams.